YouTube viral intro. She was scoffing down noodles, trying to forget the pain and humiliation, but her friend's casual concern instantly broke this post. She leaned on Luke's shoulder, sobbing. Her transgender friend, aware of injustices, remained optimistic, encouraging Andy to face struggles. Still, I just can't do it. It's so dangerous. If it were up to me, I would say just stay home. It's really risky. Where's all this danger coming from? Yeah, I'd be better off just staying home, right? Andy once had a barber shop here. After her wife died, she dressed as a woman, though fulfilling her inner world. No one wants a haircut here anymore. And with that, she lost her income. She has a son and daughter, but they've lost touch long ago. Yet Andy always kept them in her heart, buying lottery tickets using her family's birthdays, despite her friends' repeated advice not to waste money. But Andy saw it as buying hope. Winning didn't matter. It was just her way of reminding herself to always remember them. To end war, Andy worked at the car dealership for months but faced unpaid wages. It's hard for normals, let alone discriminated transgender people. Yet Andy mustered the courage to confront her boss about the overdue paycheck, only to be met with insults. Do you know what people are saying about this dealership? There's a freak running around. That's your problem and mine. Are you okay with this? Andy couldn't take the humiliation anymore. With good intentions going nowhere, she had to leave dejectedly. Just as she reached the stairs, her boss actually threw her paycheck. She picked up the money while muttering under her breath, "You monster, you're the one ruining my life." Though Andy was furious inside, she bent down and picked up the money. Life had to go on. Unexpectedly, her colleague, Ad, showed up and bent down to help her pick up the scattered cash. What a warm surprise. As a hearing-impaired person, Ad understood the feeling of exclusion, knowing exactly what Andy was. Their shared experiences drew them closer, and Ad kindly lit a cigarette for Andy's spring warmth at that moment. Now Ad works alone and earns well. Knowing Andy needed money, he offered help. He reached out without hesitation, completely melting Andy's heart. She had never seen such kindness in someone's eyes before. Just as life reignited a flicker of hope, Andy received another terrible news. She rushed to the police station, only to find her friend's brother sitting there, looking utterly crushed. Andy cautiously walked in, intending to call her friend, only to accidentally learn she encountered a monster, tragically murdered. Andy wept helplessly, having lost the best person in her world. Andy had warned her not to go back to work, knowing the dangers out there, but her friend never listened. Compared to Andy's helplessness, at least her friend had a loving mother. When Andy handed her the pink key, her mother burst into tears. Though she lost her friend, life has to go on. Andy accepted Ad's invitation to hit the road with him. Life might indeed be tough, but at least there is some guarantee now. One day, while delivering goods to a client, Andy ran into a mother and her son at a convenience store. They looked filthy, and the boy's eyes were glassy, with a gaunt look on his face, as if he was about to faint from hunger. So, Andy kindly bought them some food, wanting to help the lost mother and son. But in the blink of an eye, they vanished. Andy arrived at the client's warehouse, knocking for ages, when she was interrupted. Her heart raced. She carefully opened the door, only to find the fridge wide open and wet footprints on the floor. Clearly, someone had been inside. Grabbing a tool for self-defense, she steeled herself to check. To her surprise, a boy was sitting at the door, devouring bread. It was the same mother and son she had met earlier. The woman left with her son as a board. Andy, worried, followed with an umbrella. In their haste, mother and son stumbled and fell. Andy rushed over, asking if hurt. But the woman reacted with panic, thinking Andy was going to blame them, and shielded her son fiercely. The two were at odds, but all Andy saw was their misery. They were all homeless too. She thought she should take them home to keep them safe for the night. The boy slowly recounted their tragic past. His father would always abuse them, even breaking his mother's ear before stopping. They even wanted to sell the boy, leaving his mother no choice but to flee with him, wandering in desperation. That day, Andy was delivering, so they sneaked into the truck. They had broken due to hunger in the middle of the night. Yet, far from being angry, Andy felt immense sympathy for them. She offered them a place to stay until the rain passed. The next day, Sue prepared breakfast gratefully and said goodbye to Andy, but they were still broke and couldn't find work. They could only starve each day. Eventually, Sue had to appeal to her family for help, but only received cold mockery. As night fell again, with no place to go, the mother and son could only return to Andy's home once more. Andy didn't reject their return, and Sue promised to work hard to pay him back without pleasantries. Andy never expected her kindness to turn into a knife stabbing her heart. Sue had no skills to earn money and ended up working at a foot massage parlor. The boss soon found out she had turned to this work